So yeah, in the off season, after Abu Dhabi, I tried to take sort of a break, just spend time with my family back in France, bit in Italy as well, and just yeah, enjoy a bit more like social life for a couple of days, around like 10 days, and then after straight back to physical training. End of December, like with my trainer, we went to the US beginning of 2019 to the Red Bull training center in Santa Monica. Yeah, just to really focus on the preparation, and I just wanted to be disconnected from everything in Europe, just focus on my training, and be really focused on preparing the season the best way possible. Just racing, really, it's been always my dream to be driving for Red Bull since I joined the Red Bull junior team in 2013. So yeah, I know everything is real. I'm part of this team, was won some world championship in the past, was been fighting for victories every season. So yeah, it's super exciting and that's what I'm the most looking forward to this year. So I would say it started like in Melbourne, like just starting my first full season in Formula One. With Toro Rosso was something pretty amazing. I had 5 races end of 2017, but now was just like a full year preparing for 21 races with that team. So this was really special. The weekend just after Bahrain was clearly the one of the biggest highlights of the season with the fourth position, something we never expected, and even in our dreams at the beginning of the year we never thought we will be able to achieve such a result early in the season with Honda partnering for the first year, and also clearly the call from Helmut to tell me that I will become Aston Martin Red Bull Racing driver for 2019. So what's new? I would say mainly the Honda engine, which is gonna be pretty big change compared to the last few years, and it's gonna be the first year Red Bull and Honda work together. So Honda already worked with Toro Rosso last year, I think, which was really positive, and also in terms of knowledge, is still part of the Red Bull family. So I think all this experience will be shared with the team, but will be fresh start for Red Bull and Honda. In terms of technical regulation, I would say mainly the front wings. The aero regulation changes a bit and will probably have a pretty big impact on the performance, on the racing, but all this we don't really know until we get on track and we see exactly what happens. That's what you always hope for, you hope for better racing, more exciting races as well, and that's what we need to be able to follow each other. Easier in an easier way. So at the moment it's really tough with the load of downforce you have, and all the time you're following another car. It's really difficult to get close. So hopefully this will help, but yeah, as I said, we have some theories, but at the moment, until we get on track and we can really prove it, we don't really know it. Yeah, I would say like just to continue my development, as a Formula One driver, I'm gonna be only in my second season, so of course I know I still have a lot of things to develop on myself. I will be with Red Bull with a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge. Also with Max, who has been in the team already since many years. So I will try to take like all these positives to learn as fast as possible, and just be able to extract the full potential of myself as fast as possible. When I started to watch F1, Michael Schumacher was winning everything, and he's really the one that gave me the feeling. Okay, I remember I told my parents I want to be like this guy on TV and like just spraying champagne every weekend because he was winning almost all the races, and really give me the feeling of wanting like to be like him, Formula One race winner and world champion. And then after, of course, Jules Bianchi as well, with who I grew up. So I had the chance to spent a lot of time with him through the French Federation, the French team, some holidays, and was really someone exceptional. Just the mentality, the character, the driver, and the person himself, and yeah, was really a really great example to follow. I've been always big fan of football, and also yeah, especially Zinedine Zidane when I was younger. So that's also one of the reasons why I chose the number 10, because yeah, I was big fan of him, like super talented guy, really legend of the sport, and yeah, in my country. So yeah, I was big admirer when I was younger, and still now, because when you see what he has accomplished as a player and also as a manager, which is a completely different role, yeah, it's just yeah, exceptional person. I have couple I really like. So I would say let's start in terms of track. When you need to put everything together in Monaco, driving at 310 kph in between the walls, and like trying to gain each single centimeter to get closer to the walls in entry, in exit. Like your heart rate is just so high, and gives you like a feeling which is impossible to reproduce in anything else I do in life. And France, of course, French GP was something really yeah, really crazy. Last year I had the chance to experience it for my first season in F1. Fast food we avoid, like when you're like athletes, it's something you need to avoid. And then yeah, like butter, especially being French, like croissants, pain au chocolat, fromage, all these things we need to avoid. I'm not here to change the opinion of anyone, but for me, I really don't care about the age. I think it's really depends of the maturity you have, the experience you have been through in the past, and then the way you learned life. So at the end, sometimes you can be 18 and a lot more mature than someone at 30 years old, and someone, yeah, you can be 40 years old and still behave like a 15 years old kid. There is no logic in this. So no, for me, it's only just a number, and yeah, I don't see any problem with it. At the end of the day, my target in Formula One is to be world champion, and of course, to be world champion, you need to beat the best drivers on the grid. And to be fair, at the moment, I think he's probably the most talented guy out there, and to race in the same team as him for me is a amazing opportunity. So I could have not asked for a better thing, because I'm in my second year in F1. I still need to develop and still need to learn a lot of things, and to have a super competitive teammate next to me for sure will push me, and yeah, will make me develop myself and learn a lot faster. So in the end, yeah, it's a fantastic thing. Well, clearly a lot, because in karting at the beginning we didn't really know each other. In the end, we learned each other as a driver, and then after later as like persons, and more as friends. And I think we clearly learned how like respect each other in a way, and that's the main thing. If you respect each other and you know how to separate what happens on track and off track, everything goes well. So I have the chance to have spent two years with Honda already. First time in Super Formula, so I went to Japan a lot, spent time in the country to learn the culture, to learn the way they communicate, the way they work. And it's really different than what we have in Europe. So you really need to adapt yourself to the culture, and understand how things work there if you want to extract the best of the people. And yeah, for sure, this helped me in Toro Rosso as well. There are a lot of things you need to understand about them, and I had the chance to be there and be in the country to learn this. So for sure, I think on this side, this will help the relation I will have with the engineers. But then after, for sure, we need to give them time as well. Formula One is the pinnacle of motorsport. You fight against teams like Ferrari, Mercedes, Renault, and when you start a new partnership, it always takes time before things run super smoothly and in a most efficient way. So I think it will take time, but both mentality, Red Bull and Honda have the same targets, and I'm sure they will manage to achieve what they want.